facing labor? Are you walking or running to the grave? Talk to your other neighbor and say, neighbor, are you walking or running to the grave? It's unfortunate that some people speed. They're not even walking or running, they speed to the grave. It shocks you. Yes, to the grave. Let me tell you something. What you do on a daily basis will determine if you are actually walking to the grave or running to the grave or speeding to the grave. For me, I'm doing slow motion. Oh boy, one die early. I do slow motion. But it's not by saying it to, it's by doing the doing. Doing the what? The doing. You have to be exercising. Can I tell you something? Exercise is indispensable. Whether you like it or not, believe it or leave it. Exercise is indispensable. You know, a number of times you will see people praying, bashing, bombarding heaven. Lepo shata, I decree and declare, I shall live and not die, to declare the word of the Lord in the land of the living. Yes, I will see my children. Very good. I say amen to this. Amen. But then, I just see God laughing up there and say, oh, my son, you are kabashing. Yet, what you are doing, which you do on a daily basis, is actually, they facilitates your motion to the grave. You're not exercising. You're eating all the junks. And you are demanding for long life. Hey, Jesus. You know, the funny thing is that some people, as they're even running and looking for cab that will take them to the grave. Please, if you are in that category, today, stop it. See, I want you to understand something. Every man, as long as you're on earth, you have a date of departure. Yes. Every man gets his own date of departure. But you know what's the difference between some people, their own date of departure days sooner, and because of the fact, say, the kind of lifestyle where they live. So you can imagine someone that wakes up in the morning from his house, he enters his car, from his car, he enter office. Now the office where he enter, office where he will sit down from morning till evening. From there, he go enter back to his car and back to the house. Hey. Now that kind of lifestyle you live, wahala there for you. You are speeding to the grave. Yes. And the earlier you retrace your steps. See, you know, I've heard a number of my clients saying they don't have the time. You know, there's something that my beloved friend of blessed memory said. That's Edward Stanley. He said, those who think that they do not have time for exercise, for bodily exercise, will sooner or later have to find time for illness. I repeat, those who think that they do not have time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Now, if you go to the hospital, you find a whole lot of persons there. They are patients. That's what they're called, patients. They are patients, patiently waiting for the doctor, patiently waiting to be attended to. Now, most of the age-related issues, talk about the hypertension, talk about the diabetes, name them, they can actually be kept at bay, even if you are genetically predisposed. That's to say, even if it's running in your bloodline, you can actually effectively keep these things at bay if you exercise. I'm going to explain something very quickly, but I don't want this video to be prolonged, so I'm just going to give one benefit. One, when you exercise, you help maintain the elasticity of your blood vessel. Let me explain. Take for example, you see, let me use this. I like using this as for my explanation. Let's assume that this is the heart. Of course, the heart is located here. Let's assume that this is the heart, and you have a blood vessel that leaves the heart, that's the arteries, and then it supplies the entire body organs and back to the heart. Now, usually when the heart beats or pumps blood, when the heart pumps blood, the blood vessel is meant to dilate, open up, to allow for the easy flow of blood. Now, on a situation where this blood vessel doesn't open up effectively due to a number of causes, which one primarily is lack of exercise, cholesterol deposit. I don't want to go into all of that, but when the blood vessel doesn't open up effectively due to loss of elasticity, the heart will have to beat with stronger force in order to push blood through the blood vessel. So while the heart is trying to beat with strong force to push blood through the blood vessel, your BP goes up. Now, what the BP medications do is that a number of BP medications like the amlodipine, lisinopril, what they do is that they help this blood vessel to open up effectively, so that when the heart beats, there is easy flow of blood through the blood vessel. But of course, it's temporal. That is why when you are exercising, you help maintain the elasticity of the blood vessel. Now, when the elasticity of the blood vessel is maintained, your BP will be normal. So, you say you know the exercise or more, let it be known unto you that you are bringing your date of departure closer. In fact, let me tell you something. See what you should do. The moment when you wake up, before your brain go begin manufacture reasons. In fact, I advocate keep your trainers, keep your shoes, your joggers very close to you. As you wake up in the morning, as in, before your brain they think calm, you don't dive into your joggers. No more dive in, just put on your shoes sharp. Before you don't grab your toothbrush, grab paste, bam on top, grab your sachet, your water sachet, or whichever one, grab them, enter road. Hey, quickly enter road, start the brush, they move, they brush, they move. You don't need to even it shock you. Yes, even the Bible says the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and only the violent take it by force. Hallelujah. Good health, you must take it by force. It is yours in Christ Jesus. You guys take calm. So neighbor, if you exercise, brother, so my viewer, if you exercise, keep it up. Minimum 5 times a week. Say it bad 3 times. It's too bad 3 times. 30 minutes. And as you do that, God will bless you.